And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, live on the Vobes Show. Hello, welcome, 26th of June 2020, and live in the studio, a guest. I don't know how far she is from me because I have only one eye and I can't see out of that eye, so I don't even know if she's here. Are you here, lovely Julia? What? Oh, yes. She's been muzzled because obviously she talks far too much in all the videos and in the show. How are you, Julia? COVID! Strychnine!
If that's all it took, gosh.
Yeah, God, if only you'd known.
If only I'd known.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you again after all these years.
And
in
you.
3D.
I know, it's like
Whoa!
real.
Ding! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the COVID monster has enabled us to stay exactly 1 metre apart. Now, if you put your left hand out and I put my right hand out, they are, well, actually, they're probably more than 1 metre apart. So that's okay, because it didn't specify which part of the body had to be 1 metre apart, did it? As long as one part of the body is 1 metre apart, other parts of the body might be closer. Anyway, well, it's confusing.
I tell you what, it's a weird bubble we're in.
It is a weird bubble. This is one of your chosen
like
bubbles.
Bold and purple stripes in it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Let's hope it doesn't float away.
Yes, hope not.
Anyway, let's find out if anybody's actually watching, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anybody out there in the Vobosphere, lovely Julia? And just to remind you, because you're not at home now, the thing is over there.
The thing's over there. Does it get any bigger?
Yeah, it can get bigger. Do you want it bigger?
Yes, please.
That's what they all ask, isn't it? One moment in the studio, and she's already started. Is that big enough for you? No one knows. Stop it.
Hello Turbo Stream, hello Days of Yore, hello Tracy Murphy, hello Andrew Norris, hello Ed Loud, hello Robert Baxter, hello Michael Angel, hello Glastonbury Gabriel, hello Ron Langley, hello Ernie, hello Barry Stevens, hello Turbo Stream, you said you. Who have we got there? Oh, Ed Ovett, hello Nigel Sadler, hello Beachwriter 8, and hello Mike Dixon, and hello Andrew Murphy and Alan Sandel.
Ah, lovely. All those people out there just tuned in to see you.
All those lovely people. Oh, and we got Sean as well, just arrived.
Oh, wonderful. Now, don't forget, on the show, of course, you can give us a little tinkle on the old Vobie one-eyed Kenobi. Hey, I wonder if this bit works. Oh, no, I don't suppose it will.
Don't start touching buttons.
No. I was just going to try the oh, yeah, no, that doesn't work. Hang on, I can't get out of it. There we go. I was just going to say if I could put this out. I should have started with us in boxes. And then
that would have been clever.
Yeah, I'm not clever, though.
So I wasn't saying anything.
No. Thank you. Yes, 0793474670. We have 6 lovely videos to show you, which we will commence showing fairly soon. And Linda Kane has set the theme.
Yes. What theme have we come up with?
The theme to start discussions off tonight is if you, regarding whatever it is that you do in your life, and we've all done something. I've made videos for a living. Mm-hmm. But if you come across something else on your way, if you could do your life again, would you do something different? You know, for example, you might have thought, actually, if only I'd been a brain surgeon, wouldn't it have been fantastic? If I'd been a brain surgeon, who would have been my patients? Probably very few people, to be honest with you. But if you had a choice to do something different, if you could have the last 30 years again, what would you do? Is there a passion that you wish you'd started early, and what's stopping you doing it now? I suppose. Yeah, have you had anything like that? A passion that you wanted to do and never got round to, or an alternative career?
Quite a few.
Because I know you wanted to do things with horses at one point.
Yeah, I'd have loved to do anything with horses, really.
A marksman, you told me you quite fancied being. Oh, no, it wasn't marksman. No, it was something else. Looking after them. A nice... What is a markswoman? Obviously not a marksman. No, but you wanted to do something.
Don't they deem that as sexist to differentiate?
Yeah, they do deem that.
They probably do.
Yeah, but then you see,
I don't know who they are. But
yeah, who are they?
It's They.
Oh, They. Yes, I wonder what that stands for. Those hideous.
Hologram.
Oh, it's stuck on E then.
Michael Angel says, "Is that Julia or a hologram?"
Oh, it is a hologram.
Yeah.
Yes, look how hollow. My hand goes
well,
right.
You did put it right through my head.
Yeah.
That is fairly hollow.
Don't say that. Ding, ding. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, is there a profession that you would like to have done that you didn't do now, but you only realise now? You know, because, I mean, we all grow up and go through life and you think, if only I'd known that, I would have done that then. Whereas before, when you were younger, you may not have known that when you were older, you wanted to do that when you were younger. But you only knew that when you were... you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I can't think...
Know what I mean?
No.
Oh.
I can't think of any profession that I would want to do that I'm not doing now. I mean, there was a time when I was interested in doing stage hypnosis. Look into my eyes, you will feel
How many people have been
urge
hypnotised? I
to
wonder.
ring the Vobe. We need actually somebody to ring the Vobe to test out, because Julia's got headphones, I got headphones. We haven't actually tested this out. It could be a good moment for the likes of Linda Kane to give us a call. If you've never rung the show, if you've never made the dialing tone and picked up the phone and heard that noise down there and put the 2 pence in the slot and picked up the candelabra thing and dialed the number, then do dial it on that old-fashioned phone of yours if you've got one. And if you haven't got one, why haven't you got one?
Ed Loud says, hologram? That's a bit metric for me. I can only see hollow ounces.
Oh, yes, that's true. Too modern, isn't it?
Jeff Kellison says, yay, a small bit of normality returns.
Yes, it is. We are slowly, inch by inch, putting the normality back into our lives. The phone's making that noise. What should I do?
Well, answer it.
Oh, answer it, stupid.
Dear Richard,
Yeah.
dear Richard.
We've got to put our headphones on.
Yes,
for this
I've got to
bit.
do it this time as well.
Yeah, you've got to do it. Now then, hang on, I'll just turn it up. Hello to the caller calling in on the Vobe Show.
Have you had an accident?
Yes, I have, actually. I had a very big accident earlier this morning. I had some bizarre YouTube bloke ring me up and wanted to ask all about 5-year plans, but I gave him the F plan. Yeah, apparently that was a furniture thing, wasn't it? That was the G plan, wasn't it? Or was it
The G plan.
The G plan or the G spot? I can't remember.
Got no idea what you're talking
that
about.
Oh,
Can you hear the lovely Julia?
Hello?
yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. You went ooh, as if there was an issue or a problem.
No, perfect. Although it does feel a bit strange to have you both in the same space, because I've never seen this before.
Well,
It's new to you.
it's new to you, but for us, it's just like old times.
Yeah, it feels really weird. I was really anxious about this one.
And are you feeling anxious now?
No.
No. There we are.
Well, you look as if you've been doing it for years.
Yeah, feels like it sometimes.
Anyway, just a quick call, just to whatever.
We like a bit of whatever.
Yeah, we like a bit of whatever. What do we want to know is, what profession would you like to have done if you could have your time again?
I think I would have gone down the singing route.
Oh, would you? What kind of... Are you a tenor?
No, he's a fiver.
He's a 5-bob note. Da-dum-bum. Yeah, what sort of stuff do you sing then? Are you... Because you're Welsh, aren't you?
Well, allegedly.
It's not unusual to be Welsh with anyone. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Are you... Is that the sort of thing that you would sing?
Well, Tom has only got the one lung.
Has he? He's only got the one lung.
One very massive lung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had something wrong when he was a child. He took it, so the second lung came out, and so who knows where he would have been if he'd had two.
Oh, yeah.
Even richer.
Cool, he would have bellowed. He would have bellowed. Oh, so you haven't really answered the question. What kind of singing would you like to have had?
Oh, it would have been a bit like, fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars.
A crooner.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. That type.
Oh, I thought you were going to carry on serenading us. We were enjoying
Oh,
that.
you couldn't afford it.
No, that's very true. Probably not.
Only £5.
Oh, is it? Right. Don't worry.
Don't use a fiver.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, a singer, eh? And where would you have sung? Would you have stayed in this country? Would you like to have toured the world? Or you just do the sort of like, little old ladies?
My first professional engagement was on the stage when I was about 15, singing opposite Hinge and Bracket.
Wow. What was
Remember
that like?
them?
Yes, I do remember them.
Nope.
They were a double act. I mean, they were. What would you say? I suppose they're trans now, aren't they?
Well, because I didn't really see that.
No.
There was a lot of commotion because there was a choir there as well.
Right.
And there was a lot of commotion when they went into the men's toilet.
Yes. So
Because a lot of people didn't realise what was going on.
Absolutely, you can quite understand that in those days, and even in these days, it would be quite peculiar. So Hinge and Bracket, for the people that don't know, were basically two guys who would dress up as two old women, who would do very old style by the piano, playing the piano and singing songs and telling stories and being a little like that, weren't they? Hinge and Bracket.
I think Hinge has died, but Bracket apparently has a B&B in France.
Oh, well, there we are.
And then I did a few songs with Sir Harry Seacombe for the Highway programme.
Good gracious, the Highway programme. Oh, yes, yeah. Harry Seacombe. Can you do a Harry Seacombe impression for us?
I can't remember what he sounded like there.
Well, he was sort of he went up an octave, didn't he?
Be my love, but never in the morning.
Yeah,
he's a bit like that.
We get all sorts of loonies on this show, you know. we get all these old wannabes ringing up here from, you know, sometimes. Anyway, humour him, he'll be fine. Yeah, that was really lovely. That sounded just like him.
Days of Yore says Tom Jones would have sounded like Brian Blessed with two lungs.
Oh, yes, can you imagine? Yes.
I'm not going to try.
What the strange thing about Tom is that
Flash
any of the women in South Wales of a certain age, they'll all say to you that Tom tried to have a go.
Have a go? What at?
A lot of the women will say, "Oh,
I see.
He chased me, but I said no."
Oh, yeah, like they did. Right. Oh well, thank you very much for setting us off. That's very kind of you, young man.
And I will speak to you soon. The sound is perfect.
Oh, good. I'm ever so pleased. You look after yourself.
Speak to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
There we are. That was the singing Harry Seacombe from Wales, which was very good. I was trying to imagine what Harry. You don't know who Harry Seacombe is. You remember the Goons? No, you don't remember the Goons. Don't.
I remember the Goonies.
The Goonies, slightly different. Yeah. There we are. What about Mike Dixon? Just booked 3 nights stay in a luxury apartment at Ramsgate Seafront in mid-July. What is Ramsgate like? He's just booked somewhere. He's no idea. He's at a random place. It was on the lottery of B&Bs. Where will you stay? Play the lottery of B&Bs tonight. We'll fix you up with somebody you never knew existed. Maybe with Brackets. Is it Brackets or Hinges B&B that he said there's available? I remember Hinge and Brackets, this Turbo Stream. I know we're all showing our ages now. Harry Seacombe, if I ruled the world, every day would be the first day of let's put a video on.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to put a video on. So now, lovely Julia, you've got the carousel of videos to choose from.
Righty-ho.
So let us go into the carousel video box. Oh, hang on, let me get rid of that. And in the carousel of video boxes tonight, we have Richard McGowan, we have Peter Lowry, we have Barry and Faden, we have a moment or two of Murphy, we have the Andrew Norris moment, and we have young Gabriel with meow, meow,
With a kitty cat.
meow, meow. Is what we have on the tonight's programmette.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Apart from the hitting thing.
Hitting the cats. It's a long video of cat smashing. Or it's a short video of very cute little meow, meow. Herbal.
In other news, Ed Loud says, with 2 lungs, Tom Jones would have been Ed Loud's brother, Tom Loud.
Tom Loud. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tom Loud. Tomfoolery. Anyway, yeah, so where are we going to go for, Julia?
Should we go for them in that order?
We'll go for them. We'll
then there's no argument.
There's no argument. Nobody gets upset. That's very true.
And then I don't have to be feeling guilty because I've chosen someone over others.
Yes, that's true. All right, it's just the way they
They're
happen to
all
be on.
lovely.
So Richard McGowan has been out and about and done something interesting, and I've only had a few seconds to look at his video. And do you know I can't remember what it was now. How embarrassing is that? It's
Well,
very
you've been doing
embarrassing.
quite a lot of things.
I've been doing quite a lot of things. I've been sucking my thumb and chewing my toes. But anyway, Richard has...
Tasty toe jam.
Yeah, I'll taste it.
Richard has tasty toe jam.
Richard has toasty toe jam.
Toasty toe jam, that works.
Yes, he
for
has
me.
it. And it's very exciting. I think it's a little bit more of lovely nature. He does... Oh, yes, that's right. It's all coming back to me now. I did watch it, Richard. I did watch it. It's just there's 6 of them to watch. And I knew the lovely Julie was coming, and I had to clean the floor and spray the air with air freshener.
You had to do your COVID bathing.
Yes, and I had to bathe in the nice bath of COVID. You try getting a bit of COVID from people. It's not so easy. You say, I'll cough into that, would you? Trying to fill up the bath, mate. And they say, what? You're a bit mad, aren't you? I said, yeah.
Only a bit?
And they say, you need to go to the funny farm. I said, I live it, mate. I live in the funny farm. Anyway, here he is, Richard McGowan, and his little moment of interesting video that's just come our way.
This is Appleby in Westmoreland. This is the river where the gypsies usually bathe the horses. I think it's the first year for hundreds of years probably that the gypsies haven't came to Appleby at this time of year. Oh great, here's the gypsy.
Turn the sound up, does make a big difference. There we go. Appleby in Westmoreland, very lovely looking country. I don't know why I didn't remember that. And of course those beautiful Georgian houses. You like Georgian houses?
Yeah.
I wish I had a
Period
Georgian house. I would rather be in a Georgian house than in a Victorian house, but I'm happy to be in a period house.
I'm happy to be in a house, to be fair.
Well, that is true, but I wouldn't want to be in a modern house. Who out there lives in a very, very modern house? You know, complete one of these new builds. Just let me know before I go and
take a rant.
Yes. So thanks. I'm just going outside to take a rant. Oh, that would be fun.
You and your rants in your pants.
I have them. So what's the reaction to Richard McGowan's film Appleby in Westmoreland? That's in Yorkshire way, isn't it, Westmoreland?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think so.
Well, I feel it every time you do that.
Yeah.
Henry's Adventures says, I'm hoping to visit Appleby in Westmoreland later this year.
Oh, right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got a bed and breakfast up there.
Yeah. Someone thought it was Midhurst.
Midhurst?
Yeah.
Oh, it does look a bit like Midhurst. It's all them Yorkshire moors that give it away.
Audrey was asking Nigel if he saw his flea circus. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Well, it's common knowledge, isn't it, that Nigel Sadler once went out with Michael Bentine's potty And so, and it wasn't his potty. He went out with something. I know he went out. Maybe he wore it on his head. But Michael Benteen used to have a programme called Michael Benteen's Potty Time.
Oh, I see.
And he used to have this little, they have the little potty people. Anyway, it's too difficult to explain.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the phone call coming in. Let's answer that by putting phones of heads on. Hello to the caller calling in on the Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi show.
Hello to the listener.
Hello
to all the viewers.
Hello to Ed Loud.
Hello, Eddie boy.
Hello, Julia. Hello, Richard.
How art thou?
Oh, not bad. Oh, I must apologise if I've called during the middle of something, though, because my stream cut out again.
Oh, yes. We were just doing in the middle of our dissecting a Womble moment in the show.
Well, as you do. Yeah.
Each week we take Uncle Bulgaria and we open him up and find out what interesting things on Wimbledon Common he's swallowed by mistake. But don't worry about that. It's much more interesting talking to you.
Thank you kindly.
It's perfectly all right.
To answer the last question I managed to catch before my neighbour's repairs knocked out my stream.
Yes.
I do not live in a modern house.
Do you not?
I live in a 60s council flat. So
a disused council hat, did you say?
60s.
60s council flat.
Gosh, imagine living in 60 council hats. Okay. Sorry, even I surprised myself with that one. 60, I meant not 60 council hats. I meant 60 council. Anyway.
What's in that water? Can I have some?
I haven't had any of the water. It's the tea, you
I
know.
don't know what's in the water, but I want some.
Oh, I've got a little
You and me both.
A little bit of mint tea here, you know. Anyway, yes. So a disused 60s council hat. How lovely is that? So did they make them well? Is it a well-founded council hat? Has it got lots of... Is it? Because I'm still trying to sell my dad's 30s bungalow, and it was full of asbestos. Have you got asbestos in your?
Yeah,
council?
we've had asbestos, and I've even been exposed to some, unfortunately.
Oh.
But thankfully, it was very low grade, so
right.
I might be okay.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I might have got away with it.
You could always wear the lovely Julia's mask. She's got this lovely mask to stop the asbestos going down your throat, which actually would work.
Rather a strange story, actually. We had it in some floor tiles, so anyone who sort of knows building will know it shouldn't be, just a minimal amount of asbestos in the floor tiles. But we were left like it for 5 years. No one really took this repair that needed doing seriously. And when, I'd been exposed to these cracked tiles and was picking them up and putting them in the bins and all sorts, and I was told there was no asbestos in them.
Right.
And then 5 years later, they come round in there, with their masks on, and they sealed off the property, and we had to leave it for the day. And I thought, goodness me, like me and my granddad have been living with that for 5 years and picking up chunks of it. But it very, very minimal amount, like 1% asbestos. So we should be. Well, I should be all right. Granddad's gone, but I should be all right. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you sort of said it there, didn't you? You kind of left it there. Granddad's gone. You're obviously next. I mean, it's coming down the generations. It'll get you in the end. I mean, you may be 95 or 106, but it'll get you. And on your deathbed, you can rest assured, the asbestos finally got me.
You asked the question, what would you be doing if you were in another profession, or
might have done or not?
I thought I'd give you an answer.
Oh, right, yes, please do.
Just to sort of preface my response, how someone could be a footballer or somebody could play darts, but they're still a sportsman or a sportswoman.
Yes.
So I think I'd still be doing the same thing, but in a very different way. For those who don't know, I became a carer, and I've only just stopped being a carer, and I think I still would have liked to have been a carer because it's been the making of me. But I would have done a lot of things very differently. And
what can I ask you a very personal question?
Yes.
What's that on the end of your nose? No, sorry, not that question. What would you have done? What would you have been? What did you do before you were a carer?
Yeah, I did a bit of computer work, hardware stuff. I used to put systems together and very basic low-tech stuff. And I worked in shops, stacking shelves. So I was 16, 17, 18 at the time when I started to become a carer. And it crept on very slowly. I didn't sort of become a carer overnight. I can't sort of say what what day did I become a carer, but certainly about
Tuesday, wasn't it?
about 6 years ago, I had to give up full-time work. It became such a big load that you just couldn't leave Grandad on his own anymore.
And
so,
are your parents still around?
Yeah, they're both disabled though. So
Right. Okay.
they sort of, my biological parents are separated, but I've got a wonderful stepfather. I call him Dad, so I'm very lucky. He looks after my mum. He's a great man. I'm still in touch with my biological father. He's a very good friend to me, and just unfortunately he's very ill. My mum's very ill, so...
They didn't come into your flat when the asbestos was still there.
They sure did. They sure did.
See, I told you, just going to get you all. That's the trouble.
That's the answer, really. I'd still be a carer, but I'd go back and change so many things. I probably one of the biggest things I would have done is get out of London. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've grown to respect London a lot. It's not as bad as some people think, but it's. I think it would have done Grandad a lot of good to have got out in the countryside somewhere. And
but he loved London, didn't he? That was his place, though, wasn't it?
No, he loved the countryside, same as me. I love the countryside. It's only very recently I've kind of become a bit of a defender for London, because it's got its perks. It's not all doom and gloom, but it suffers a lot, and it's sort of the one place in England where everyone can pick on London because it's the capital, and it seems like, we're losing our culture here in London daily, and nobody sort of defends it, and nobody's really interested. There's lots of council estates around where I live that people knock, including myself, and we always have a moan about these estates, but maybe in 200-300 years' time, someone's going to want to look back and see how people lived, and that will be part of it, and there'll be none of it left because no one's interested, So, as much as I sort of didn't like living in London, I've come to respect it. But yeah, I think sort of 10, 12 years ago, I would have got out of London, and I think where I would have moved, but somewhere like that, somewhere green and pleasant, and
Highlands of Scotland, obviously, where there's not a flat area or a military canal, a Martillo Tower, or even a woolly sheep to be seen.
Definitely wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't mind, to be honest. I wouldn't have minded somewhere like Lewis and Harris, the Outer Hebrides, the Shetland Islands, somewhere like that. It would have been nice. But yeah, that's what I would have done. I still would have been a carer, but I would have done things so differently. It would have been unrecognisable.
Well, you're a few years younger than me. You may have the same haircut as me, but you are a few years younger than me. So don't worry. The caring role may well happen. Julia may get fed up and put me under your care.
Oh, you wouldn't want that, Richard. That's the strange thing. I don't think
so you're a rubbish carer, is that what you're saying?
I don't ever want to do it again. I don't want to relive that, go through all that, because it took away from me. I stopped being me, and I just become Philip's carer. I lost all my hobbies and everything. So I wouldn't want to do it again, but I wouldn't not want to have done it. I'm glad that I did it, and it was very hard, but it was worthwhile, and it made me. It made me who I am. So I wouldn't want to I'd still want to be a carer, but I would have done things so differently. It would have been unrecognisable. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Everyone does. And I'd love to sort of rewind the clock 14 years and start all over. And the first thing I would have done is get Grandad away from London, because he was so much better in the countryside.
Yes. We won't hold that against you. We won't hold that against you. Listen, we're going to have to move on, I'm afraid.
Yeah, of course.
But no, fascinating stuff, and thank you for sharing that with us, and well done for talking up for London, because you won't hear me do that.
No, of course not. All right, have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, look after yourself, Ed.
Bye.
And there we go, wonderful Ed, who would like to be a carer, or if he had changed his thing. But at the end there, saying... But it took away all his hobbies, and I know exactly what it meant, because it was very hard work looking after my dad. I didn't really want to be a carer. I had to do it, and I felt obliged to do it, and it would be a lie if I said it was an honour to do it.
Yeah.
But I did it out of duty and because he's my dad. But God, it was hard work.
In truth, when he was talking about it, it very much reminded me of becoming a mother for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you're all about the baby.
Well, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, because
it's exactly
you can't...
the same thing. You stop your hobbies, you stop seeing a lot of your friends because they don't have children, they don't understand.
And you've got somebody who's dependent on you 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is a big deal, and I think you've got to, some people switch into that easier than others, of course, and I'm sure it's the same with caring. I would hate to go back to doing it again because I know what was involved, and that would scare me now. Yeah. But I didn't really know what was involved, and it was like looking after Dad. Yeah, of course I'll do it, and of course, and you do it anyway. Shall we go to?
Shall we have another video?
Yeah, another video, and then we'll get some of the comments after that, and we'll take another call as well. So let's just hang on. I've got to flash round a bit into the thing.
Steady.
I know. Sorry. So next on our... this is a goodie. They're all goodie. Do you remember Dick Barton?
No.
No. Dick Barton, special agent. I recognise
the music.
Dick Barton and his 3 chums, Jock and Snowy. Oh, they were the ones. Anyway, Peter Lowry's picked up a few books. He knows a good bookshop, doesn't he? Let's find out what annuals he's got.
Hello everyone, I've got a few more annuals at you. Old annual, schoolboy annual, this one is from 1946. At the time it was 3 shillings and 6pence, which is about 17, 18 pence today, isn't it? But it's a nice old book. There's about 10 stories in it, and each one's got illustrations with it of what's happening. A lot of them were done at school, as you can see there, the school, you see the teacher. There's about 10 stories in these, and they used to do one a year through the 1940s, 50s, and they were really good old stories with drawings to go with them. Very nice old book. And on the back, you could get all those also for 3 and 6. Birthday Fun album, Funnies album. All these books for 3 and 6 each. I've also got a Dick Barton Special Agent annual from 1950. It was done from the arrangement with the BBC. Dick Barton used to be on the radio, I think, from, was it 1947, 48 to about 1952 at 6:45 at night for a quarter of an hour. And the annual, the stories were based on what you heard on the radio. There he is, Dick Barton. And there was about 8 stories in here about Dick Barton. Then again, a really nice old book. There was also another Dick Barton annual made in 1978, which came from when they started to do the programme on the television, quarter of an hour on the television. I think it was on a Sunday afternoon at the time. But the 1978 annual is very modern compared to the 1950. But it was a really good annual. It also treated these people, Dick Barton and Snowy, as real people and actually gave their date of birth and all where they were brought up and all about them, just as though they were real people. There they are. That's it, Dick Barton Special Agent. Really nice old books. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.
Superb. The Dick Barton annual. I want one. Somebody could arrange it. Please send it. Badger's Books. Yeah, I bet they have. Dick Barton. My dad used to love Dick Barton, and he used to talk to me about it. And I was just telling Julia they came out with a modern version on the telly, which is the second or the third book that Peter said. And I said, because I think it came out in the 80s.
And I giggled and said, modern.
Modern. I went, oh, yeah, because modern to you is, you weren't born in the 80s, were you?
I was.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Yeah. So, how old were you then? when you were born?
I was 0 when I was born, funny enough.
Were you 9 months? 9 months minus.
I'd been gestating for 9 months.
Oh, you
and
take
then
your
I was
time,
born.
don't you? Yes.
What are you trying to say?
I was born on conception, you know. Bang, straight out.
Hang on a minute. But I think the Chinese take your age from your date of conception.
Do they?
Not from the day you're born.
Well, they do have one wise thing then, apart from coronavirus. Yeah, so there we go. Oh,
Lots of
lol.
positive reaction to Peter's video.
Well, let's listen to some of it then.
Yes, Robert Croser said he could listen to him all evening.
Oh, bless.
Ernie says, Peter, thanks for showing me more great old books.
Yeah, we love them. Where do you get them from, Peter? That's what I want to know.
Morton Lewis says, Stephen, oh no, that's something else. Mike Stevens, well illustrated too, he says.
I bet those stories, I bet they're really good. I said to Julia just now, I'd love to read some of them. You know, because
He's coveting your books, Peter.
I'm coveting them, yes.
Quick, put them in the locker.
I do like books, don't you know?
Oh, you do you?
I do, yeah.
No, I don't think you do.
Oh, it's true, you know. It's true. If anybody fancies giving us a call, 0793 4746790 is the number.
Here's our number. So
See,
call in maybe.
We've missed the lovely Julia, haven't we? Having you on the show live is so much better. I mean, for one thing, we don't have cats crawling all over you and mysterious mysterious men just walking past. No, but it's fun having you here.
I think I'm less ballsy.
There's nothing
Sat here.
less ballsy.
Yes.
Oh.
Don't have the comfort of my own home, you know.
That's true, yes. It is a bit different
I'm
here
not
in the
sitting there
studio.
in comfy trousers.
Well, look, I mean, you've got all the crew looking around us and watching. We've got another phone call. Quick,
All
put
the
your
eyes, the eyes.
phonos. And we'll say hello to the caller calling in on the Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Shoby. Who's that?
Good evening. I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, pick that bone, Mr. Croser.
Westmoreland.
West-
Appleby in Westmoreland. It's in Cumbria, lad.
Is it in Cumberland?
Yes. It was in Westmoreland up until 1974, dear boy, when they changed all the counties around.
Oh, well, if they will muck about, it's like a blooming chess set, isn't it? Moving the counties
Don't
about
they?
from here to there.
Don't they?
Don't
I
they?
mean, it's called Appleby in Westmoreland, but Westmoreland hasn't. I'm really putting my accent on, aren't I?
Aye. Aye,
Nothing quite
lad.
like forcing it, is there?
You may as well, you know, just so people know you're from up north.
Westmoreland hasn't existed for nearly 50 years.
Has it not?
Dear. No. Do you know how close it is to where you were staying in Brampton?
Oh, do you know? I don't.
Funny enough, no idea.
25 minutes, half an hour, lad.
Oh,
It's
bloody
a
hell.
lovely place, hasn't it? It's marvellous.
It's a shame
You
that
know,
geezer we went up to see, he didn't take us there. It's a real shame, isn't
He had
it?
2 opportunities
if
to take
if
in it. I don't know what that accent was.
If I'd known, I'd have took the pair of it. Well, the 3 of it.
Aye.
If you count young Joseph.
Oh,
I'd
aye.
have taken the 3 of it. Yes, it's very nice. It's got... You like all the old buildings, that's all it's got.
Oh,
Old
yes.
buildings, there's no new builds there. It's quite exclusive. My parents retired out there, you know. Wonderful place.
Oh, lovely. Well, no doubt you'll be going there with your super-duper camera, the GoPro, and, you know, just standing in the street showing us the views.
I will, yes.
That would
inspired me. I'll probably do that, Richard.
Well,
yes.
you know, that'd be
Yes,
very good.
It's a lovely place. It really is.
Although Richard McGowan has actually done that, of course. I don't want to
Yeah,
undermine.
it's-
I don't want to
it's-
undermine what Richard was doing.
Yeah, he did Broome Castle as well on the other day.
Is that
Another
near
lovely
you?
place. Yeah, it's just at Penrith.
Oh, Penrith. I stayed near Penrith, didn't I?
You did. We passed through Penrith on the way to
Pencil
Malvern
width.
and Askham.
Oh, ask them. We did ask them. They weren't happy, so they told us to go. We went to go
They
'em.
never grow old, do they?
They never stop. You've missed me, haven't you? You've missed me.
Oh, it's been a while, Richard.
Aye,
Yes,
aye.
And, hey,
So
go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say, if you weren't the accountant that you are now, and you didn't go into special forces like you told us, that
I've not been in the special forces.
or some some military.
Weren't you in the
I
medical
was
profession?
when I was younger.
Oh,
I
aye.
was for a few years when I was younger.
Yeah, aye.
Yeah. Mid-20s, lad.
You see, because I remember you
Back in
saying
the day.
that you were in the
I was
military.
in between. I was for a while.
And do you remember that day when I slipped down the steps when we were filming, and in the film's evidence, not a movement to
You
help
didn't even
me.
flinch.
It's like
No.
it's like you pushed me out of frame. You're going down them stairs, are you?
It was telekinesis, my friend. That's what it was.
is that what
I
it-
just thought I'll will him down the stairs.
Yeah.
I saw. Did you notice? You went careering down those stairs.
I noticed
as if
that
it was
bit.
nothing, and I was taking it a step at a time because I could see how wet it was.
Yes, I'd shown you how dangerous it was. You were very
Yeah.
took the
Oh,
advice.
and I was just like, oh, it's fallen over then.
Absolutely.
I think it was fantastic the way you managed to keep the camera and the
Keep that-
microphone up off the ground.
ever the professional. Never mind breaking my nose. It wasn't my nose, it was my elbow. Listen, I was going to ask you the question. If you weren't in the military, whatever it was, the military, I mean, you'd be great now because you could be one of those.
Army Medical Corps.
Yeah, that's it. If you weren't doing that and you weren't doing the accountants for people who can afford to pay their tax but don't want to, what would you be doing?
Well, yeah, I come from a family of railway workers.
No.
Oh yes, my father was a train driver. My grandfather was what was it called? Something permanent way inspector.
Was he? Who was the one who taps the wheels? A wheel tapper.
That's a wheel tapper. He wasn't a wheel tapper, but
There's a job for you.
Very uncles various all worked for the railway in some capacity.
Yeah.
And I got into it when I came out the forces, and I did it for a good few years as a conductor.
Oh, nice. Any good
Conductor.
orchestras on there?
Oh yes, yeah, especially on a Saturday night coming back from Newcastle.
Bum, ba-dum,
Some of
ba-dum,
those
bum, bum,
bawdy
bum, 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 bum,
songs.
ba-dum, 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 bum,
Something
bum.
like that, yeah.
Chuff, 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 chuff. I'm just getting the trains in with the orchestra.
I was forced into
A straitjacket?
retirement. Yeah. No, I was actually forced into early retirement of medical needs because my eyes aren't that clever with colour.
Ah, yeah, that's true. I
My
remember.
eyes aren't clever with colour. My eyes.
Is
don't
that why
see
we were
colours
going
and stuff.
through red lights every time we were driving? And you kept
That's
saying,
very
it's
true.
all right,
Well,
it's all right. It looks green to me. I said, it's the top
Yeah,
light, though.
something like that.
That's
yeah.
why you put a particular filter on all your photos that you post to group,
That's
isn't it?
very true, Julie. Yes. Yes, I know you have purple hair because you tell me you have purple hair, but I can't see it as purple.
Actually, it's only half purple now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's at its most vivid, I can't see it.
Oh, poor you.
But I retrained and.
But you still haven't answered the question. I know they were in
If
the
I
railway.
was
But
to,
would you?
I'd-
Is that
I'd-
what you'd like to do?
I'd still be there.
In the railway?
Anyone who works for the railway, like
Stays
your
in the
good friend,
railway.
Mr. Pilfold.
We
or
don't see Mr.
Henry.
Pilfold nowadays. I was
No,
thinking
he
about
seems
that.
to have vanished.
Yeah, I
Big
think
guy seems to have vanished.
we do burn them out. You know, people watch the show and they get to a point where they've pulled all their hair out. They put glasses
Yeah,
on. They begin to look
yeah.
like me, and then they give up.
Yeah, he was like the anti-Vobes, wasn't he?
He was the
always
anti-Vobes, but
disagreed.
you've
He
taken
always
that
disagreed.
mantle very well, I think.
Well, someone has to fill that natural gap.
Yes, I think that's very
You
true.
know, you've got your grumpy old man, you've got Kevin,
Yes.
you've got your very meticulous man.
Kevin's
like,
not so grumpy. He's more Mr. Worry a lot at the moment. Poor old Kevin.
He is, yes, God help him.
Yes.
Doesn't stop him stripping off in his garden, though, does it?
I know that did upset my computer actually, and broke the screen.
Topless Gandalf.
Yes. Hey. Oh, Jeff Mahoney has just arrived. Just say hello to Jeff Mahoney. A
Good
face there.
evening, Jeff Mahoney, and hello, Anton Norris. I told you I'd get in eventually.
There we are. Well, anyway, it's lovely to talk to you, and thank you for telling us that Westmoreland is not in Appleby.
No, it's now in Cumbria.
It's now in Cumbria.
But it is a wonderful place, market town.
Lovely.
Even when the gypsies come and visit, I mean, it's worth seeing it just for the gypsies once a year. It's
Is that
very
when you say the
colourful.
gypsies? Are you talking about the ones in nice ornate carts
Yes.
with not travellers with wagons with caravans?
The
A mixture of the two.
£100,000 caravans.
A lot of the real Romany types, the real gypsies do come,
Yes.
and they have the really, well, you know, garishly painted caravans. They're a sight to see.
Yeah.
Go up on Fair Hill.
Because you wouldn't, because you can't really see it very well, because you only see it in black and white like cows.
No,
but hey ho.
Not in black and white, muted.
Oh, muted. Well, I'm going to mute you now. So thank you so much for calling,
You're very
lovely.
welcome, sir. You are very welcome.
It's very
Don't get me
nice to
started
hear
on
your
London.
dulcet tones from up
Oh, well,
north.
thank you. Well, everyone that rings in is from the south. So
I know.
thought, you know,
Yeah?
I'll get in,
Not everyone.
I'll get in before Glastonbury Gabriel gets in.
Oh, well done.
What about
Beat Ed
Mark
Loud this
Donny
week.
McLeod?
Oh, there's Mark as well. Lovely Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of neighbours if you call 70 miles away.
And we've got
A
people
neighbour.
from Brum and call up.
Well, anybody in London's
Oh,
about
yeah.
70 from us, so
Oh, yes. Yeah, I keep thinking, you know what it is?
yeah.
I was at London
Small mind.
last week.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's very true. I was at London last week, and I thought,
Yeah, we saw the video. You loved it.
oh gosh,
Saw you swimming
I
in the
don't-
Thames, going round the Catherine
Yeah.
wheel, whatever they call it.
yeah. I know everything was closed.
That's probably the
Everything
best
was
way.
closed.
Probably the most
Yeah.
quietest London's been. Unless, of course, you were there in the riot. Oh, you started the riots. That's the trouble.
It was, yeah.
Anyway, we must move off.
Yes.
Nice.
You toodle pip. Yes.
Yes, good to talk to you, Robert. Thanks for
Yes,
calling in.
Jolly good. Not a problem. Speak to you all soon.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
They do have some very nice B&Bs in Appleby. Just thought I'd drop that in.
Oh, right. Well, we must go and try their apple pie in Appleby.
Well, all of you are welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get yourselves up. Okay, ta-ta.
Ta-ta. There we are. That was the lovely Robert Croser, all
Mr.
the way from
Croser.
Appleby. Well, he's not actually in Appleby, but he's only up the road from Appleby, which was nice. Any interesting comments, lovely Julia?
Yes, there were. And I didn't
And
manage to
they've all
squeeze them
gone.
in.
All right, fair enough.
Peter Lowry says, thanks for all the comments. I get the books from charity shops, second-hand books, bookshops and eBay.
Oh, lovely. I've just filtered up a bit, just in case.
Glastonbury Gabriel likes my unicorn mug. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice mug, that one.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, I think it's time for another video. Okie dokie.
Oh.
Oh, you don't have to wear the headphones now.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite nice having the headphones on because it covers your ears.
It's a bit loud, though.
Is it too loud, those?
A little bit.
Oh, they can turn it down here. Look, you see that blue
All right,
knob
I'll try
there?
that next time then.
You can adjust it on there.
Cool.
I only did it for my deaf ears. Right, let me go into the
Video.
ka-ching. I never. We can't hear that make the noise, but you
No.
always know. I've
Yeah.
turned the volume down a bit. Does it sound better now?
I couldn't hear it.
Well, no,
this
I meant
time.
in general.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good.
I don't remember it being a problem
Oh, okay.
recently.
Next up on the list, ladies and gentlemen, Barry and Faden.
Yeah.
They are the Anglo-Saxon travelling duo, and they've got their lovely own YouTube channel now, which is going from strength to strength. I think little Faden is pulling them in. He's so cute.
You nearly said little Barry, didn't you?
I nearly said little Barry and big old Faden. Big old Faden there with his pipe and slippers, taking his father, Barry, little baby Barry, in a wheelbarrow. Barry. Anyway, never mind all that. Now they've gone.
Lost it.
Oh golly, they have gone to somewhere very interesting, as ever. They always go to interesting places.
Funny that.
And like Richard Appleby, Richard McGowan, I can't remember where it was he said. Because anyway, here it is. It's a lovely video, and it's got Faden in it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We're at the bottom of the zigzag path in Selborne Common.
In Hampshire. The zigzag path was actually built by Gilbert White and a friend of his. It goes 300 feet above the village. It's now managed by the National Trust, and this is the beginning of the path, which we will now walk to the top, show you the views.
have now made it to the top after a very tiring walk all the way from down from the bottom to all the way up here.
Gilbert White, who was one of the first, or if not the first, person to write down and observe nature. So he's the first naturalist. He wrote a famous book, and he studied in this area of Selborne and watched all the wildlife and observed it and wrote everything down. I think we'll walk back down into the village now, and I'll show you some more of the village and the church where Gilbert White is buried. This is the back of the top of the zigzag path. Just going to zoom in. You can see Devil's Dyke, which is 43 miles away from here. You can see it there, that hump. Probably be able to see Chanterbury Ring from here as well. We're just walking down Selborne High Street here. This is Gilbert White Museum, which is currently closed. This is the High Street. We're just going to go over to the church now. Here we are at Selborne Church. We'll show you around. Yeah, this is Gilbert White's grave. Doesn't look any different than the others except for the plaque, so you can identify it. He was also a vicar of this church as well. He was involved a lot in village life. He had quite a big family. His house was actually the museum that you just saw.
We're now in the glebe field.
Yeah, a glebe field, which is a meadow with a little river running through the bottom. As you can see, it's attracted swarms of people because there's some water there. Yep, and that's our video. Going to leave it here.
I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so then you know when new videos come out, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Goodbye all.
There you go. Gilbert White's place, the zigzag path, Selborne, Trig Point. I knew it was all there. As soon as it started, I went, yeah, Selborne. That's where it was, Selborne.
Quite fond of Selborne, so am I. So I am.
So
am I.
Brilliant stuff. Well done. And actually, we've not done the zigzag path.
No, we were going to do that. Well, we were going to do that 2 years ago, but then we were going to do it more recently in March when we went to Hampshire.
Yeah,
just before lockdown kicked in.
Just before lockdown, and we were going to do it. So it's interesting to say. Thanks for sending that in, Barry, because obviously, well, it's not obvious to everybody, of course, but you've got a baby.
I have.
And we've got that wonderful stroller.
Three-wheeled out and about stroller.
All-terrain thing. And we were just looking at that going, do you think we can get that up there? And you said,
I reckon we can.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got to go back and do that. And I couldn't remember whether you mentioned that there were two astronomy things, white balls on the landscape. I can't remember.
Observation?
Observatories.
That's the one.
Yes, there's an observatory. I guess that's what it was. I couldn't remember whether you'd mentioned that or not, but that looked really interesting. So there we go. Everyone praising you guys. Barry said he couldn't fit into a wheelbarrow. Bless himself. Now, Julia's got here a packet of something.
Very classic sweeties.
These are Skittles, but there's something different about Skittles.
Yes, these ones are Pride Edition, family-size Pride Edition. During Pride, only one rainbow matters. So they've removed all the colour from their Skittles.
So we're going to play Guess the Flavour.
Yes.
How will we know?
Well, you'll have to taste it.
Oh, right. How do you know if you're right?
Well, we won't.
Oh, we won't. Oh, I see. Because there's no indication on the Skittles. You see, look, they're all white with an S. And I
Strawberry.
Oh, it's got S for strawberry.
No, Skittles. This one's strawberry.
Yeah, that one's strawberry.
Do you know what? So there's no rainbow on the Skittles.
That one's strawberry.
We might have to paint your head instead.
That one's strawberry. That one's strawberry. That one's...
That was a...
Strawberry. Strawberry.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Is that strawberry? How many points have I got? 10.
None. I'm going to stop putting these in your ears in a minute.
Oh.
Just because it's more fun. Is it? I don't know. No, I'm talking to myself. Quick, eat more Skittles.
You keep talking. See if there's any good comment.
Barry Stevens says, yes, observatories, we walked past them in another walk.
I thought you did. I'm stuck in my throat now.
Mark Donny McLeod says, many years I was privileged to see the home of David Lynch, the potter, and touch some of his work. Nervously, then Thomas Darby for the full Wedgwood experience. Cool.
I thought David Lynch was a filmmaker, wasn't he? Oh, I'm thinking of David Lean. He was a thin bloke, wasn't he? Didn't he do Out of Africa? There was a film that he did. Who was running. No wonder he was so lean and mean. Running machine. David Lean. What else? Did David Lean? Did he do Gandhi? Oh no, that was Richard Attenborough did Gandhi, I think. Gandhi. That was handy. They were going to do a top hat and tails, weren't they? Mahatma Gandhi, but they decided against that one. You were going to paint my head, I think. This the thing.
Don't know what I was going to paint it.
What do you now? So just explain. What have you got to paint my head with, and why are you painting my head?
These are actually
paints.
Hair chalks.
Hair. Well, I haven't got any hair.
I know you haven't got any hair chalks, but my face paints are all
used up.
Yeah, they've dried out.
Oh, good. Well, face paints usually are dry to begin with. What is it? Were you sniffing it like it was glue?
It's smooth. It's smoothie.
It's smoothie.
It's fruity flavoured or fruity scented.
You could actually. Do you know what that reminds me of?
Blueberries.
Strawberry. So
maybe we should paint.
Well, if you painted these, then you'd have more sense of what the colour was. I think whilst we experiment with whatever it is that you're going to do, we better go and watch another video.
Yay, another video.
And it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for a moment of Murphy.
Murphy.
In fact, double Murphys.
Double Murphy.
We have both Murphys out and about, and you're going to ask me where they are.
Where are they?
Somewhere.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Moment of Murphy with me, Andrew Murphy.
And me, Kathy Murphy.
Today is Wednesday the 24th of June 2020, and we thought we'd come and have a walk around Portchester Castle near Fareham on one of the hottest days of the year. Just a little stroll around the castle. Let's go!
Today we are at Portchester Journey, as which the Romans knew it, as this castle began as a fort, which was erected during the time of the Emperor Diocletian. It then went into a Norman keep and became a Norman castle, and it was involved within many kings, including the 100 Years' War with France, and was involved in a plot to overthrow Henry V. So at the other end of this wall is an Augustinian priory which was built in the 12th century. Not only was this a Roman garrison during the Roman Empire, but it was also during the Napoleonic Wars when it became a prisoner of war camp.
We hope you've enjoyed today's video. We would like to thank you for your company, and until next time,
Goodbye!
bye for now.
Edinburgh Castle. That's what it is. Edinburgh Castle. I knew I was on the tip of my tongue. No.
Porchester Castle.
Porchester. That's near you, isn't it?
Well, not near me now, but near my parents, yes.
Near your parents, yes, that's it. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kathy and...
Andrew.
Okay.
You can smell the cogs turning.
Yes, you can smell the cogs.
They're burning.
Yeah, there's like the whiff of smoke. Oh, 5G.
Grinding.
5G. 5G.
Don't you get the conspiracy theorists out again.
We've moved the chat so that Julia can see it, because Ron said it looks like Julia can't see it, and then I said, "Oh, can't you see it?" She said, "No, there's a dirty great microphone stand in the way." I said, "Oh, you should have seen."
Doing the tennis head.
Yeah, sometimes we have to do that because behind the scenes you can't see it, and I can't put the. I don't think the what's the name is working at the moment.
Oh, you don't want your what's the name not working.
Let me see. No, let's see. Hang on. If I do that, no, it doesn't. That don't work.
Lots of positive comments about the Murphys.
Lovely
duo, always a tonic, says Alan Sandel. Barry Stevens says, went there a few years ago. Thanks for the video, both. Graham Roffey says, very interesting, Romans and Normans. Turbo Stream says, nice vid again, Andrew. Rick M says, positive vibes with the Murphys vids. And Dave's Viewer says, nice video, Murphy and Murphy. And there's lots more lovely comments.
There we are. That's what you can't see on the...
Yep, get the horrible angles of me.
Yeah,
Not that I'm vain or anything.
No, I'm trying to get out of it now. That's the behind-the-scenes cam, all tuned in, ready for action. So, have you decided what you're going to paint on my bonds?
Not a clue.
Oh, okay. Give us a call on 0793
That was quick.
Thank you for doing just that. Let's find out who it is on the phone of tubes.
Telephonios.
Hello to the caller calling in on the old Vobes show.
It's Gabriel.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Julia.
What?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah. Did you hear that, Gabriel? I got my voice out there in the microphone before the Vobes did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what she's
I didn't hear a word of that.
No.
Don't.
You can hear us now, though.
I can hear you clearly now, yes.
Fantastic. So, question that we are asking tonight is, if you weren't doing what you are doing, what would you be doing?
I would be doing what I'm doing now.
Ah. What are you doing now? Talking to
I'll
us.
be doing the video. I'd have started working in video years and years ago.
Oh, did you? And what did you...
Would have done.
What? Because I mean, I know you're a little younger than me, but what was your main occupation in, say, your heyday? I mean, you're having
my
a
alma
heyday.
mater, as it were. I was a photographer.
Oh right. Oh, there we are. So it's sort of close.
Yes, but I so much prefer video now that I wish I'd gone into that more.
Technology. Sorry, I'm eating. And this is very rude. The technology has made video a lot more. Well, it's always been interesting, but because it's so easy and so rapid, you can get the feedback immediately without having to wait for things to be processed.
That's very true. No, mind you, that's very true photography as well.
Well, I suppose that's what I meant. I don't know what I meant, but what I meant was video in the old days. There was a transition when video was on. The 3-machine edit days was a bad day for video. But now the digital age is great. It's clear.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Is that a
trying to
feline?
encourage my cat to come my way rather than go towards my camera. Sorry. Yes, you're quite right.
But you didn't ring up to tell us. Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Are they still strawberry?
They're all strawberry.
Are they really?
I don't understand why they've painted them white.
Don't start.
Well, they're all white instead of any colours, and I don't really get what they mean. This is the Pride edition. Is that to do with Brighton Pride?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, they're not quite correct there when they say, you know, getting rid of all colours because whatever. If they're going to do that, they'd actually be black. Because everybody knows that white is a combination of all the colours.
I said,
so
don't go there.
All the colours are there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, obviously, black Skittles don't matter as much as the white ones do on this particular packet. But in other packets, I'm sure, like if they were wine gums, then I would be the reverse, because the darker the wine gum, the better it tastes.
Yeah, do you remember those torpedoes with the licorice in the middle?
No, I don't remember that. Torpedoes.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. You're talking about the they were like Smarties, but elongated with the licorice in.
Yeah, and they were quite hard, and you had to suck them for quite a while.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
When
They were lovely.
I was at school. We had religious education back in those days, and
what the hell was
we
that?
had this. I don't know. They taught you about Jesus and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, go on.
We obviously, as a group of lads, it was a boys' school. It wasn't our favourite subject.
No.
So the guy who ran it was a guy called Pop Cannings. He was this old boy.
Called
He
what?
must have been
Called
Pop Cannings.
Pop.
P-O-P, Cannings.
Oh, Pop Cannings.
Because he was so old.
Yeah.
And he was this lovely old guy, but he was passionate about Arsenal. I mean, he must have been a day off retirement when I met him. But he loved his Arsenal, and you only had to mention anything about it, and Jesus went out the window,
Yeah.
and it was, back in 1937 when we played. And of course, so we used to keep him talking, and he used to give out.
Yes.
If you said you supported Arsenal, you got one of these torpedoes.
Oh, I see.
It's just a strange little boyhood memory coming back there.
We had a French teacher. And who he could digress off. He obviously didn't like teaching French. Certainly not to comprehensive kids in the 70s, boys again. And if you got him on a subject, and I can't remember now the subjects, but you know, he was sort of a man of the world, and so he would give us men of the world talks, and we'd all be going, "Oh, really? Wow, I say," and it had no bearing whatsoever. I know, stop mucking about. And it had nothing to do with French. But if only it said, "Here, boys, do you fancy a torpedo?" I'll give you a nice torpedo. It's got licorice in it, isn't it? Licorice, nice. Brobat blue.
So I've got to say, it's lovely having Julia back.
Isn't
it's
it?
Wonderful.
I know. If only she was here every day on the show.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
You'd be sick of me.
Yeah, but there's always the washing up, and then there's the hoovering and all of those things that a poor bloke on his own can't get down to doing.
Yeah.
Here, Ron Langley says the Glastonbury Festival would be celebrating 50 years this weekend.
Oh, would it?
Yes, and it's not. Oh dear.
No. Oh, that's a shame. So that's the music festival, of course.
Yes.
Yes, the one that's 6 miles down the road from us.
Yes, it's not really in Glastonbury. So, have you ever been there?
Oh yeah, many times.
Oh, have you? I've never. Do you know? I am Mr. Boring. It has never appealed to me to go to any festival, music festival, where you've got mud and people and music. Modern.
You should move. You could become the Boring from Goring explorer.
I could move into my father's house, couldn't I? And be boring from Goring.
Boring from Goring. Yes,
Yeah, but I think I would lose viewers very quickly.
Well, as if you haven't just. I knew this was a bad idea. Stupid Skittles.
Yeah, so that was are you a big music fan? I mean, we love the music. Where do you get your music in your videos, by the way? I know it's not you playing it.
No, I basically I scout around. I mean, YouTube itself is a mine of music. If you just type in copyright YouTube music into a search engine of choice, it will come up with loads of stuff, including YouTube's own page.
Oh, right, okay.
where you can download.
It used to
all
be
these
very
things.
hard. I mean, I often use a guy called Ben Sound, who it's been easy to do, but it's ages now since I used to search for music. I know it's a bone of contention with some people. I don't know what I mean by that really, but I just said it because it sounded good. But yeah, no, the question was, are you a big music fan?
Yeah. I grew up sort of in the 70s listening to all the usual prog bands, Death Row Talon, Steelhouse Span, and Fairport Convention, and Black Sabbath, all those sort of things.
Do you recognise any of those?
No. And then I got into electronic music because I used to do a bit of production for a while. And then, I listen to loads of things really, but the way I access my music has changed radically. I used to have a huge record collection.
Oh, vinyls.
Vinyls. I had a massive vinyl collection in the thousands of records I had. But it was basically, I just moved on. CDs don't do it for me.
No.
I tend to. My music is all electronic now. It comes, I've got various online things. I've got CDs. I can have whatever I want whenever I want.
Good. Sorry, I sneezed in the studio, and we've both had to cover up.
I'm watching it.
Oh, you're watching it. Yeah. So, not trying to be rude or anything, but of course there is a war on at the moment.
It's a war on,
Every time I breathe, put that light out. So it's interesting, eclectic collection of music there, young. I can't keep that up. It's so hot. How can people have masks on? Isn't it so hot in there?
Yes.
It's boiled. I'd rather people sneezed on me.
I'll let you get on with your show. It's been lovely talking to you, and to have Julie there, it's absolutely brilliant.
Listen, 4th of July, they're opening up the world.
They are, apparently.
Yeah. So I'm going to start having to get myself over to your neck of the woods so that we can have a good meet-up.
That would be nice.
It would be good, and I'll bring my drone, and you can show me how to fly it.
That's the one. We'll do that thing.
We'll do that. Fantastic. Look forward to that. All right, young Gabriel, we have a video of yours to play. I'm not quite sure if it might be next, actually. Oh, no, I think yours is last in the... Sorry about this. Yours is last in the order that Julia chose.
That's all right, Julia. I don't mind.
She just
Isn't
said...
it the order that they came in?
Yes, I know. It just happened to be the order that I shoved them on the machine in, but...
You're trying to blame me again anyway.
I know. I try to blame you all the time. It's Julia's fault, by the way. It's all Julia's fault.
Always.
But it's lovely having her back in the studio.
Absolutely.
It's good to be here.
Good.
Albeit feeling really weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yep, feeling weird.
Good.
Anyway,
okay,
lovely to talk to you, Gabriel. You look after yourself.
And you guys.
Tutty bye. Thanks for calling.
Care. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
There we are, the lovely Gabriel and his music collection. And so, he would like to have been a videographer. Yes, a videographer rather than a photographer. That got into it a bit earlier. It's interesting because it's funny because I was thinking how much easier it would be if only you had to go out and just take pictures of places. You wouldn't have to then, talk to the camera and have people looking at you. You could just discreetly go around, click, 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 and do it. And it's so much easier and less time consuming, I think, in many ways. But perhaps you don't get the same sort of audience.
Probably not.
Anyway, right.
You're the video.
Yeah. Bing! Oh, yes, this is a goodie. Not that they're not all goodies, of course, he says like this, but this is the Andrew Norris moment, and we all stand for the Andrew Norris. Ba, 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 ba.
You're going to make me stand up?
I don't know, well, it was like the Vobes national anthem.
I'm not sure if my funny leggings were going to be on show there.
What funny leggings?
These funny leggings.
Oh, yeah,
My Galaxy leggings.
Yeah. Chocolate leggings, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Galaxy leggings. Fancy coming in, rubbing your legs in chocolate. The Andrew Norris moment, ladies and gentlemen. You like wildflowers, don't you?
Oh, I do.
These are liverworts.
So Vobesters, it's June and I want to take you around the village to show you some of the wildflowers that can be seen at this time of year. So shall we go, Zora? Okay. This is common cow wheat. And this plant goes by the fabulous name of biting stonecrop. And this is a flower I don't see very often. It's called bladder campion. And here is the first bee orchid of the season. And this little beauty is a new orchid to my collection. I just had to look it up. Apparently it's called a white fringed orchid. And this is the fabulous tassel hyacinth. I've just looked this one up. Apparently it's an Indian onion. Here we have common mallow. This is the biggest collection of harebells I've ever seen around here. Look how many there are. Now this is a plant called Viper's bugloss. I've seen it on the coast a lot, but never here. And I wasn't able to get to it to film it in situ before it was cut down, before the grass was cut. But this is a wonderful, stunning, beautiful plant. Purple and mauve flowers. I'll try and collect some seeds from it. We have this plant. It's an awful plant. It's called ambrosia. Many people are allergic to it, and in Zagreb it's illegal to grow it. I mean, people don't grow it, but it's illegal not to pull it up. And yet in the village it's full of it. And this flower, which is very common, is called chicory. So this delicate yellow flower, I believe, is called lady's bedstraw. Well, I've just been walking around collecting seeds, and I found this beauty. I've never seen it before here. Apparently it's called a broadleaf speedwell, but I'm not so sure. So if anyone can identify it, I'd be very grateful. So this is yellow rattle. You can hear how it rattles. And I thought if anyone was inspired by Richard's film about the wildflower meadows, I thought I'd put together a little collection of whatever seeds I could find and send to any of the Vobesters who are interested in making a wildflower meadow in their homes. As I said before, this flower is Olea grandiflora. Now these seeds are easy to collect, so I will include it in the collection that I'll package up for anyone interested. So that, my dear Vobesters, is a selection of wildflowers found in the village in June. There were just two that I wanted to show you but haven't been able to find them. One is the corncockle, a bright pink flower, beautiful. And the other is a very tall yellow flower called great mullein. But I think I might have missed both of those. Still, there's enough to see around here anyway. So, carry on searching.
Well, I wish I knew what that bloke was called.
I can't remember his name.
He's got a name, hasn't he?
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the front of his t-shirt.
Yeah, he does have a name. I can't remember what it is now. It's if only there was a caption that could come up when he starts his shows, his videos, because then one would be able to recognise him.
Yeah.
David Bellamy, because David Bellamy. No, it wasn't David Bellamy. He's into botany.
David Bellamy.
David Bellamy. Andrew Norris there, ladies and gentlemen. And Andrew Norris, you know that we're definitely up for that because
yes, please.
We're going to fill up Julia's garden with them. Well, part of her garden.
Well, you're going to take over the allotment, aren't you?
I'm going to take over the allotment because it needs a sort of loving...
It needs someone who's actually got the time and the patience and the
Nounce.
The will to do it.
Yeah, so it's not me then.
Oh, really?
I haven't got the time. Well, I'll have to make
true.
What's that on my head?
That's a very lame attempt at giving you some coloured hair.
This is what I would look like with coloured hair. I look like I've come out of the gay pride thing now. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Are we bored? No.
Witless.
What? No. We have one more video to play and we have 10 minutes. If somebody would like to give us a quick tinkle on the old phone before we disembark, then you would be very welcome. Tell us what you would like to be doing if you'd had the choice, if you could roll back the time. I think I would be a scalp cleaner.
You will be a scalp cleaner.
I will be a scalp cleaner later.
I would have... do you know what? I'd quite like the idea of floating around the ISS, the International Space Station.
Oh, yes, International Space Station.
But sadly, tain't clever enough for that.
No.
Scientist, I is not.
Is you not?
I is not.
Shame. Yeah, but love that video there with Monsieur Norris. Why is that not coming up? There we go. I love the hair bells. I've got hair, but no bells.
Yeah, the Viper's bugloss, bugloss.
The Viper's bugloss, yes, we get those in Worthing.
Yeah.
Not seen the Speedwell broadleaf. That was great. Love that. What else did you have there? You had the
all sorts. There was loads.
princesses, something or other. I can't remember what you called that. It's almost like a generation game. Good game. All right, so name all of those that you just saw starting now. Can't remember the name of the wicked weed that needs to be pulled out, but that looked all right, really, to me. Didn't look too grim. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the finishing touches to another wonderful show. And we're going to finish off with meow, 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 meal time.
Kitty, kitties.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Get over here, kitty, kitty. Gabriel's been out earning... You are taking me seriously now, aren't you, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Gabriel's been out getting some money in for some paid work, but he's knocked off some cats, bung them in a sack and brought them home to play with. And here they are. Ah, kitty, kitty, kitty. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen.
So many cute kitties.
What an amazing place. Isn't that an amazing place?
Yes.
Or is it an amazing face? Amazing place, ladies and gentlemen. A whole load of sheds. They've all got their, it's so much better than, I've been to the RSPCA cat place once, and it was just these sort of concrete, like
very,
being
very
in prison.
Basic,
Very sterile, but concrete cold.
That looked amazing. Proper kitty village.
Yeah, with their own little homes and little sofas and little heaters, and some of them were there doing the ironing and
So
washing
now I know
up.
what I want to do.
So Julia immediately said, "That's it. I don't want to do this malarkey. I want to have a big place for the
Cat
cats."
sanctuary.
So yeah, there we go. I don't know what's happened to my head now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, don't look at me.
Oh, I feel like I am now.
One-eyed, one-horned, something purple people eater.
Is that right? I feel I am French now. Alors, to me, it's French. It's Jacques is my name. Jacques, friend of Cousteau, but Yari Tadunshire. It's very nice to say thank you for coming to the show. It's been an experience, has it not?
It has.
It has, and we've been enjoying the magnifique films avec the screen, which you have been sending in, which has been, as I say in Angleterre, bloody marvellous.
One last request.
Oh yes, one last request. By whom?
Please may I have your chin? Beep, 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 beep. Wait, not quite finished. There you go, try that.
So, listen, now I am an artist who is even more French than before. And I have been painting some wonderful canvases, which is
Turbo Stream says after the paint job, Juliet will be back on Skype next week.
Yes, that's right. She can't get hold of me.
He'll put me as far away as he can.
God knows what will happen next week, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you'll tune in.
Back to East Lancing.
Who knows? But I tell you what it's done. It's narrowed my face. It's made my face look longer. Before it was round and cute. And now... And now one's head has become incredibly like an horse. It's a long face. I need the nose bag so I can have a good nosh. It's continental food, you see. I have some frog's legs and some escargot. So, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. It has been a wonderful pleasure. Thank you for ruining my face and changing my career to something which I had never dreamt of before. And I will change back into myself.
Ben Reeves says, now Richard looks like the Spanish translator played by Jim Broadbent in Blackadder.
Ah, yes, the Spanish. If only I could do a Spanish accent. I can't do a Spanish accent.
Apparently you need some pointy eyebrows too. I did consider eyebrows, but
Yeah.
that's a lot of work I've got right there in front of me just to wipe that lot off.
Oh, you're going to wipe it off?
Well, you're going to want some help, aren't you?
I was going to say, wipe that smile off of my face.
Good job, I brought some makeup remover wipes.
Nice. Hey, absolute shower. It's not quite a Terry Thomas, but it could almost be. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It is 9:30 on the hour. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you to the lovely Judith. Is lovely Judith out there?
She is out there.
Thank you, lovely Judith. We've been watching you doing all that wonderful moderating, and she moderated with such a flourish, such a plum. And to the lovely Julia for coming in and bringing her paints and her little white sweets, which I think were placebos. And, of course, to you guys for not only coming in and ringing in and watching in, but sending your videos in and giving us a loud din. It's been absolutely fantastic. Another weekend, 2 days off for the Vobie from the live streams, but back again on Monday, and we'll be doing another show. Hopefully I'll be on my own. On that one.
One last comment. Linda Kane says, love the way French men say oranges. Orange.
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 I have a lovely pair of orange.
That's the one.
He's nice. Anyway, I feel I have a new career. Instead of doing this show, I will now get out there and do my show to the public who have asked me to appear all over the place. So
You are all over the place.
I am all over the place, yes, indeed. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute joy. Look after yourselves. Have a good weekend. Hope it's not too hot for you. Sizzle in the rain and all of that. Thank you, Julia, for coming in.
Thank you for letting me.
So inclined,
into your home.
inclined to sort of rub my little head on your face. But I won't. Till next time, take care. And I just need to get back
As
into...
Mark Donny McLeod has just said, ciao, adios, auf Wiedersehen.
Ciao, adios, Wiedersehen, pet.
Bonne nuit.
Bon nuit. Mm-hmm. Are you ready to blow into the screen?
I am indeed.
Un, deux,
Trois. Here, Linda Kane says something quite interesting there.
What does she say?
She said, where did it go on? I've lost it now.
I don't know what she said. What did she say?
I don't know, but it was interesting. But it zoomed.
Is it gone?
No, down, and out. No, it wasn't that one.
No.
It disappeared. That's weird.
I know. Well, they were.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is that our Easter egg done?
Yeah. It's gonna have to be, innit?
That's it then. Thanks.